When news happens at Habersham Central, you can count on the Raider Unlimited News team to give you the best coverage. Keeping you informed is our business. Accurate and dependable. Raider Unlimited News.
From around the campus to around the county, this is Raider Unlimited News. I'm Alison McKay.
And I'm Melisa Robertson. During this newscast, we will hear from education reporter Crystal Banks, sports with John Nash, and Brandy Watson with news from around the county.
We begin our newscast with information about schools of Habersham County. Crystal Banks brings us up to date. There have been many exciting activities taking place at Habersham Central High School in the past couple of weeks. In fact, Habersham Central was chosen to host a mock election debate that consisted of 20 very bright and opinionated students from around the surrounding counties. Jennifer Kimsey went into depth to find out just what happened on this exciting day.
Habersham Central was selected as one of 3 schools in Georgia to host a mock election debate, including 20 students from White County, Stevens County, and our very own Habersham Central. Superintendent Jerry Hooper was here to greet our visitors as this Georgia Public Broadcasting program was filmed.
I think this gives our students an opportunity to express their views. The youth of today say that we do not listen to them, but now it's their opportunity to tell us what they think about the important issues facing the nation today.
I also spoke with some directors of this program. This is what they had to say.
A couple of weeks ago, Wager Chenault from GPTV called me and told me that 3 sites would be selected across the state for students to be interviewed and to have an opportunity to talk about the election. And I immediately thought of my good friend and social studies colleague, Pat Taylor, here at Central Habersham. And so I called her and we talked about it. She thought it was a great opportunity for the students here at Central Habersham. And I think since then, students from Stevens County and White County are also coming.
We are traveling the state, asking questions about sex and violence in the media, about smoking, young people and smoking, and about teen pregnancy, because we want to hear what kids have to say. So we go to North Georgia and Middle Georgia and South Georgia and gather these opinions.
I'm sure our community is very proud of these students for representing Habersham County well. Thank you, Jennifer. Something on the entertainment side was a Broadway musical performed by the Habersham Singers Choral Group combined with the students of the drama department. Elizabeth Smith went behind the scenes to see just who's taken a bow.
On October 8th, Theater Central and Habersham Singers presented Standing Room Only, a musical review. I had the opportunity to speak with Habersham Singer Director Bobby Ivy.
Standing Room Only was a joint venture of Habersham Singers and the advanced drama classes to present a 30-minute musical review. We sang and danced to songs from the 20s, 30s, and 40s, songs from vaudeville, Broadway, and the silver screen. And it was a wonderful opportunity for our students to learn songs from that period. We dressed in costumes from the 40s and danced and just had a real good time.
Are there any future dates we need to know about for the Habersham Singers?
Yes, Habersham Singers will be doing a fall concert on November 14th at Piedmont College Chapel, beginning at 7:30.
Thank you. If you like theater productions, you also may want to check out the one-act play Tom Jones, directed by Kim Staples, beginning November 3rd at 3:30 p.m. and November 4th and 5th at 7:30 p.m.
I will give you the money with which to leave the county. I ask you a child. I shall provide for him in a better manner than you could ever hope for.
You are too good, son. Too good by half. Thank you, Mr. Jones. I am sufficiently repaid. Oh. Are you hurt? It's nothing. If I have broken my arm, I consider it a trifle compared with what I feared might happen to you.
Broken your arm?
Do not concern yourself, madam. I have yet another arm with which to lead you home.
Reporting for Raider Unlimited News, I'm Elizabeth Smith.
Not only are the students of Habersham Central busy, we also find our elementary students very involved. The week of November 11th through the 15th, Demorest Elementary will be hosting Children's Book Week, and Clarksville Elementary's Book Week will be November 17th through the 23rd. The students of Habersham County have really been busy. Thank you, Crystal.
The activity continues at Woodville Elementary, which has been chosen as a stop for the bus trip across Georgia. We look forward to hearing about this as our legislators, state executives, and community leaders take note of what's going on in Habersham County.
For a look at other Habersham County activities, we go around the county with Brandy Watson. Thanks, Alison. Now on a more musical note is a group of local young men in a band known as Left Front Tire. Brenda Schubert and I recently caught up with them at the Big Red Apple Festival.
The band actually formed in the year of 1992 when Josh Davis, the drummer, and myself, we got our instruments and got together and just really started jamming out. We really enjoyed what we were doing, so we kept it up. We kept the good work up, and look where we are today here at the Big Red Apple Festival.
Cornelia City Park was the perfect setting for the highly anticipated and attended Big Red Apple Festival. The park was crowded with people, loads of refreshments, and tons of fun.
In case you haven't noticed, the festival was taken away from the streets of downtown Cornelia into the gates of City Park. This also had many advantages. You can enjoy a nice fall day with room to accommodate.
Now let's take a look back at what exciting activities happened during the festival. This year's festival is very exciting. Reporting from the City Park, I'm Mandy Barrett with Raider Unlimited News.
There's always a great deal of activity in our county, and North Georgia Technical Institute is no exception.
Hello, I'm Laura Harbeck, the North Georgia Tech reporter, coming to you from the campus. Today we will be talking about the nursing department. Alison White caught up with Melinda Shiflett, who told her about the department here at North Georgia Tech.
In the past year, our allied health programs at North Georgia Tech have contributed about 70 or more graduates to the community. We have graduates in medical lab technology, medical assisting, practical nursing, and paramedics. We also have some certificate programs of nursing assistants, phlebotomists, EKG technicians, medical receptionists, and our graduates are working all over Northeast Georgia in different medical facilities.
Thank you, Alison. Many organizations make a difference in Habersham County. The soup kitchens are some examples of such organizations. Mr. Loggins went to our local kitchens to talk soup.
The Habersham County Soup Kitchens have been faithfully serving our community for several years. Earlier, I talked with Mr. Fred Hamby, the coordinator of the Soup Kitchen program.
The Habersham Soup Kitchen is an organization that feeds the people who are hungry. And we believe there's lots of types of hunger, of the stomach and of a hug and of a friend or whatnot. So we invite anyone who's hungry to come eat with us. We have a kitchen in Clarksville behind the courthouse, and one in Cornelia, which is at the Cornelia First Presbyterian Church, which is straight across from the Cornelia Post Office. You, the public, are welcome to come. Anyone that hears the sound of my voice, come and dine with us. You're welcome at no expense to you. We just love to have you to come.
Up next on Raider Unlimited News, John Nash will bring us the scoop on sports around the county.
And a little history is in the air. When we return, we'll catch up with this blast from the past.
Freedom. Many Americans still take it for granted. In fact, 80 million didn't vote in the recent elections. But the times require us to make our voices heard. When you think about our past struggles and how much more needs to be done, can we afford not to vote? Take charge and organize voter registration in your community. Call Project Vote.
We now go to our sports editor, John Nash, who's standing by to give us an update for sports around the county.
Well, Melissa, the Raiders have had a record-breaking season and are looking for a spot in the playoffs. And in wrestling news, Coach Brooks looks to his mat men for his 100th win. Coach Nelson and the Lady Raiders are conditioning and training to become a dominating force, while Coach West is looking for a repeat of last year's winning season. Our Raider men have set a tradition with our hard-hitting defense and our on-target offense. And speaking of traditions, Amanda Garrison has more.
A tradition since Habersham Central High School was established in 1971, homecoming has always been a focal point of the school year. Raider spirit fills the halls as the Raider football team prepares for the game.
A new homecoming queen is crowned, and the long-awaited homecoming dance, a night filled with long-lasting memories, is finally here. Join us on our next broadcast for all the events of Homecoming 96. For Raider Unlimited News, I'm Amanda Garrison.
But the girls and boys teams have begun preparing for the season, which begins November 22nd. As you can see behind me, the gymnasium here at Habersham Central has been modernized for the fans as well as the players. The cheerleading squad has also begun to get ready for the season, and the students are prepped up as well. John earlier spoke with Raider head coach Doug Westmoreland to find out how their team is preparing for a successful season.
Well, Shonda, we started preparing for our 96-97 basketball season by going to a couple of camps in June. We went down to the #1 camp in Gainesville. We were very successful down there. Got to see a lot of the guys play, and sort of some of the guys that are going to help us this coming year. Of course, we couldn't practice until October the 1st, and we did some conditioning for about 2 weeks. We did a lot of running. We did a lot of track work. We did a lot of stadium steps. The guys really love this part of the conditioning, but it really helps us get into the physical condition that we need in order to to be able to run in the third and fourth quarter during the basketball season.
We're here with senior Lady Raider Lori Crow. Lori, can you tell us how the Lady Raiders are preparing for the season?
Well, we started preparing for the season back during the summer. We attended Brenau University, a basketball camp there, and we came out pretty successful there. This year we have 6 seniors that are returning to the team, and we have big shoes to fill this year, we feel like. And we feel like with a lot of hard work and dedication that we can come out on top. Also, we have a new assistant coach, Lisa Duvall, and she's from University of Georgia, and we feel like she's going to be an asset to the team this year.
As you can see, both teams are already working hard to make the basketball season successful. Raider Unlimited would like to wish our Raiders good luck, and we hope to see many victories. Reporting from Habersham Central, I'm Shonda Moss.
The Raider Mat Men are getting geared up for their season. Let's go to Amy Moore for coverage on the conditioning during wrestling.
The Raider wrestling team began conditioning on October the 21st to prepare for their upcoming season, which will start on November the 22nd. If all goes well, Morris Brooks will have coached the Raider team to their 100th win. Now let's go to Brittany, who's standing by with Coach Brooks and varsity wrestler Doug Tedder.
Coach Brooks, we know the wrestling team has started conditioning to get in shape for another outstanding season. Could you tell us what you expect of this season?
I expect a lot out of these guys. We've got a lot of returners back, and we've set up a real tough schedule, and each year they've pulled off a good season. We expect the same this year, expect a dynamite season.
Doug, what are your thoughts on the season?
Well, like Coach said, we got a real tough schedule set up for us, but, we got a lot of good guys coming back, and I think we all do pretty good.
Thanks, and good luck. We know the wrestling team will represent Habersham Central well. Now back to you, Amy.
Thanks, Brittany, and remember to come out and support the Raiders on November the 22nd as they open the season against Norcross and strive to make it their 99th win.
And for more sports around the county, Piedmont College has a little something exciting in store. Daniel Stafford and Kelly O'Mary travel to get a little scoop of the dirt.
John, I'm here with Lisa Fernandez, a member of the USA Olympic gold medal softball team. Ms. Fernandez, how does it feel to be a part of sports history?
It's a dream come true, having the opportunity to be there in Columbus, Georgia, and participate in the Olympics, and more importantly, represent your country. It's something that you dream of doing as a kid growing up. You watch all the Olympics in the past, the '84 Olympics, which were in Los Angeles, which was where I'm from. I remember watching that and thinking, God, if I wish I could only be a part. And then all of a sudden to hear 2 years ago that I would be able to accomplish that dream, is something that's definitely going to be the highlight of my career.
Hey, trying to get in front of it? You can. You ready? Glove leg out. Glove extended. Push the glove to be in front of your forehead still. Out. Now receive the ball. And you're throwing it on top as you bring it to the cradle position.
What advice would you give to girls who want to make the team?
Well, I think the advice is to work hard. And if you believe in what you're doing and you love what you're doing, it's going to show in how you play. And I tell you, if you love what you're doing, it's amazing of the level you can reach and the dreams that can come true.
Thank you. We look forward to seeing you in Sydney.
All right. Thank goodness. It'll be great. Let's go get them, America.
It looks like the sports season is really on the move. Thanks, John.
This county has made many special memories in the school system, and Whitney Buchanan caught up with Betty Sisk and Ellen Gowder to take record of these important events.
Here at Demers Elementary, hundreds of students have walked these halls and made their memories. Though there have been many schools in Habersham County throughout the years,
They each hold special memories of their own. Ellen Gowder and Betty Sisk have decided to record this history. Here's Whitney Ray with Betty Sisk.
Thank you, Whitney. Mrs. Sisk, what was your inspiration for this writing project?
Well, I had a friend who was writing the history of Camp Creek Church, and she wanted me to help her. And I said, well, did you know that there was a school there once? And she said, no, I had no idea. And I said, yes, there was a Camp Creek school there. And my mother taught there, and my grandfather taught there. And I know that my brother went to school there. And she said, well, I had no idea that there was a school there. And I said, well, I'll do the school for you. So that was my inspiration.
As a former teacher, what did the book recall for you?
Well, I just wanted to let the children know in the county how the schools were once upon a time compared to schools today. And I know that the history of schools is important because they made the schools that we have today. The schools of the past are the foundation of the schools today.
Well, thank you, and congratulations on the completion of a good book.
Thank you.
Once Upon a Time Schools will be on sale November 15th for $45.
Not only is Habersham County making note of its history, but an issue known worldwide as the event of the Holocaust. Melisa Russell and Laura Brooks gathered a little more information on the subject.
I'm here with Sylvia Wygoda of the Georgia Commission of the Holocaust. Ms. Wygoda, what is the importance of this happening today?
We are extremely proud, I'd like to say first off, of Habersham County and producing these wonderful children who are so talented and sensitive. This project of the tiles as a memorial for the children of the Holocaust sets an example for all children all over our state and nationwide that hate and prejudice, when gotten out of hand, can go to the very extremes and can end up and result in something like a Holocaust. And we intend to make this work of the students of Habersham County as an example, as a role model for all the other students by taking photos of this project and displaying them throughout the state.
Both my parents are survivors from Bergen-Belsen and Buchenwald concentration camps, and I think what this has done most for me to be a child of survivors is two things. One, it's made me very sensitive to any kind of prejudice, hatred, racism, bigotry, just more aware of it. And secondly, I realize, because of the fact that so many people sat by and did nothing, that all of us have got a responsibility when we see any kind of prejudice at all or hatred at all. We have a responsibility to say something or do something.
You know, to plan for the future, all of us, no matter how old, we need to have a sense of the past, what has gone on, and we tend in history to build on the past. And if we're smart, we'll take notice of that and try to do better than maybe some of our ancestors have done. To understand the Holocaust and to understand the extreme conditions that existed in Europe at that time, in Germany and Poland and in Russia, and the many people that suffered and died because of some very extreme views that existed at that time, is something that we want to forever avoid. So I think it's a great experience, and what they've done here at North Habersham Middle School has sort of epitomized that and has brought it to focus those things that were bad, and now more people will know about them.
Well, we worked really hard on this, and it means a lot to all of us. I'm sure it was a really emotional time for all of us. And Miss Collins did a really good job of teaching it. She made us really feel like we were there, and she really expressed everything. And we just had a really good time doing this, and I enjoyed it, and I'm honored.
Thanks, Melissa, for that story. Coming up on Radar Unlimited News, John Pritchett will have the latest on the weather for the Northeast.
And stay tuned to find out how we can all stay active these days. Our health update gives us some ideas.
4.6 million young women bought a pair of athletic shoes last year. 6.4 million young women bought a book last year. 9.4 million young women bought a tube of lipstick last year. And yet, only 2.5 million young women voted in 1994. Our voices add up at the cash register. Don't you think it's time we made them add up at the polls?
According to Mr. Almanac, the weather for the southeast for the month of December will be pleasant, with cold rain soon moving in. However, this weather system will soon be moving out and bringing in with it cool, clear days. Just after this, a warm front will be rumbling in from the Gulf, carrying in unseasonably warm weather, which will remain with us throughout the last 2 weeks of December. So, the willy worms may be a little late this year.
The Habersham County Medical Center offers the residents of our community many services to ensure their well-being. Mrs. Barrett gave us details.
Hello, I'm Eileen Barrett from Habersham County Medical Center. I'm the wellness coordinator, and I work every day with people who would like to incorporate exercise into their daily life. And it's not always easy because we live a very fast and hectic life. But there is a program for everybody, regardless of your age, whether you be a child or a senior adult, or whether you have some sort of physical limitations. There is something that everyone can do. Exercise is so beneficial to you. It wakes your nervous system up. When your body is moving, you are able to build more blood vessels throughout your body. And this has the ability to carry oxygen, which will increase your endurance level and your stamina. It will also increase your metabolism. Moving actually creates energy, so even when you're tired, just moving creates an extra amount of energy for you to use and to function throughout the rest of the day. You are also able to gain strength and endurance by performing some sort of physical activity. Sometimes even 10 minutes makes a big difference. Walking is one of the most beneficial exercises that anyone could possibly do. There's less trauma to the joints, and it's something you can do inside or outside. I hope I've been helpful to you. If we can help you in any way with your exercise program, please call us. Thank you.
There are many ways to tell when the weather or season will change. Some say they can feel it in their bones.
Angela Crocker and Jennifer Mitchell went out on location to gather some signs of fall.
From falling leaves to roadside pumpkins, there are many signs of fall all around. Even when the weather is turning cold, the beauty of Northeast Georgia remains the same.
Following our newscast, we will bring you a special election update with reporters Cecily Allen and Josh Carroll.
That's all for Raider Unlimited News. Join us next time for coverage of Red Ribbon Week and more sports updates.
Until then, for the Raider Unlimited News team, I'm Alison McKay.
And I'm Melissa Robertson. Thanks for watching.
Hello, I'm Cecily Allen, and I'm here to help present the Democratic platform.
And I'm Josh Carroll, helping to present the Republican platform.
During the past 4 years, Bill Clinton has been working hard to solve many of the problems facing our country. And recent polls show that over 50% of Americans feel that they're better off than they were 4 years ago.
Are they really? Clinton raised taxes more than any other president in the history of the United States. And might I remind you that this raise came after a campaign promise to lower them. Do we need a leader whose word holds no security? I think not.
Under the Clinton administration, 10 million jobs have been created, leaving unemployment at only 5.1%. It's also expected to drop to only 3% within the next 12 months. Interest rates are the lowest they have been in years, which has allowed 10 million homeowners to refinance their house mortgages over the past 4 years. Plus, the average household income rose 2.7% last year. The Dow Jones has risen 75% since Clinton took office.
These numbers sound great, don't they? But how about this? A 15% tax cut across the board. Dole believes that we should give citizens the choice on how to spend their own money. In turn, this will increase spending, which will stimulate the economy. If we're going to talk numbers, why don't we talk about some that actually hold value to the average middle-class Americans?
Many have criticized the tax plans under the Clinton administration, but the fact is this. In 12 years previous to Clinton's presidency, the national debt rose into trillions of dollars. The 15% tax cut Mr. Dole is proposing, our economy problems could only be exacerbated. How would it affect education and health care? This miraculous tax plan takes $30 billion away from education. Many items such as these should be considered.
Clinton is so concerned with our youth today. Then how come in the past 4 years he has let teenage drug use soar to record highs?
Well, Josh, it is true that Clinton has been criticized about its efforts concerning the war on drugs. However, this is a problem that has been around since the Reagan administration. Overall, Josh, drug use has declined in the past 4 years. However, it is drug use among teenagers that has increased. Clinton plans to increase military presence at the borders and increase police protection by 100,000 men on the streets.
Yes, Clinton has been criticized on his efforts to prevent drug use and many other issues as well. For instance, what about his ever-controversial bills on abortion? Many of the choices he has made are quite unethical. Dole does believe that it may be appropriate in such instances as rape, incest, and when it threatens the life of a mother and child.
Clinton supports the women's right to choose. He believes that a woman should be able to choose what she does with her own body without interference from the government. He is not, however, pro-abortion. He does not believe that it is a form of birth control. Clinton has also been praised on many issues, Josh, such as his efforts concerning education. He's enforced teacher pay raises, the alternative school program, and safer schools. Plus, he supports state lotteries, which help to provide classroom technology and scholarships, such as our own Georgia Hope Grant.
Dole believes that we should eliminate the Federal Bureau of Education. This would give more power at the state level and, in turn, give more power to individual teachers. He believes that students and their parents should be able to choose which school they wish to attend, because some schools provide a safer environment than others. He also supports the voucher system, which gives lower-class families an opportunity to attend quality private schools.
Upon reflection of the past 4 years, I strongly believe that Clinton is the best choice for president in this upcoming election. The economy has showed vast improvement, and as a whole, the public seems to view the past 4 years as a success. I definitely think Clinton is the best choice, but the choice is up to you. Josh?
I can't go along with you there. I feel that 4 more years of Clinton would not only hurt this nation, but it could hurt him as well. I'm afraid that some things are going to come out about Clinton in the next year that could be detrimental to his character. I feel strongly that Bob Dole is what this country needs. He's an experienced, knowledgeable politician and understands not only where this country has been, but where he can lead it. Bob Dole is the only sensible choice for the future of America.
Earlier, we talked to some high school students from Habersham Central who will be voting for the first time this November. Here's what some of them had to say.
I'm voting for the first time, and I'm really excited about it. And I believe my decision is going to be Bob Dole because I believe it's time for a change.
I'm going to vote for Bill Clinton because I think he's done a good job the past 4 years.
I'm going to vote for Bob Dole because of his views on taxes, which he's going to lower the federal income 15% across the board, and education because he's going to give parents tax dollars to send their children to public, private, or religious schools.
I'm going to vote for Bob Dole for president because of his experience, as many years as he's had in the U.S. Senate, and also because he was in the military, and also because of immigration, because he wants to change the law that says that anyone born in the United States is a citizen, so the children of illegal immigrants who come over here and they have children, they can't be considered U.S. citizens.
Well, there seem to be a variety of opinions of those we talked to.
Yes, and it is the voter that makes the difference.